also a writer. He wrote thrillers. He had a lot of material after the war. And so recruitment-wise, it wasn't really that hard to get into the SOE. One, you had to speak the language of whatever country you'd be infiltrating. And so for France, you had to pretty much be a native French speaker. And you also had to hate the Nazis. And in 1940s, it wasn't hard to find people that really hated the Nazis. And so it became a little bit difficult to recruit men after a while. So Selwyn Jepson had the idea to recruit women. If you have to think about the 1940s and women, and a lot of them were getting into factory work, but it wasn't really something they thought about for spies. But in 1942, Hitler enacted the Service de Travail Obligatoire, or we'll call it the STO from now on. And that was an obligatory work service. So if you were an able-bodied man in France between the ages of 18 and 55, you could be recruited to Germany to go work for the war effort. And so no men could really walk along the streets of Paris without a letter in their pocket saying why they weren't eligible for the STO. It was way easier for women to get around France. Also, at that point in time, we had two women already working for SOE. One was Virginia Hall, who was an American who found herself in France. She was my person that I'm currently writing a book about. And then we also had Christine Granville, and she was infiltrating Poland from Hungary. And they were doing a great job. And Selwyn Jepson had this amazing quote, I'm just going to read it out loud. Women had a far greater capacity for a cool and loving courage than men. And so he saw the writing on the wall, knew that women can make excellent agents. No one else really believed him. He had to go all the way to Churchill himself. And Churchill was kind of like, you want women to be spies? Good luck to you.